Hello everyone out there, an amazing man's in Atlanta, and in particular this huge man's again YouTube space. And I tell you what, action is pretty fine. Day after day went all the way that I wanted, and finally seen on my appearance. I got my beloved haircut that I've been craving for getting for for a long time. And if I look something sleepy or something, I don't fucking care. That's probably because I do not sleep well, or I haven't been sleeping well for the recent, say, 4 days, because I got some occupation and I got some activity that I that I've been craving for about doing for a long time, and we've having that activity on my intraday schedule. I started to wake up earlier, or much more earlier, say that I had been doing previously, and that's because this unsleeping unsleeping appearance probably partly showing my face. And if I do some incoherent American words, if I sound something with sounds that they don't sit right, they don't fucking care again. For the second time in my today's video, or now today's video shoot up tonight. Yes, I have this silly kind of like accidental bump on my pimple on my forehead, on the on my right part of my forehead, or my silly head, and again those ears, they stick out of my whatever head, and it's just my regular appearance thing that show up on this footage just snuck into my face is my weird attitude. If you do not know my attitude, how it goes down, then you probably need to be exposed more to my shits that I've been doing for a long time here. And this my followers place, excuse me. And if you're my follower, probably even my accidental viewer, or why not be my subscriber if you're my accidental, for no reason why, kind of thing, subscriber on my own channel, my own creation, that I'm proudly calling my name, or for being figured out my manners all of a sudden, that goes like down to for English, then you're allowed to do what you want in my premise, or not only of my message, but for the major activities that we do here. Actually, we do very rarely, if ever, we do something coherent and point oriented. Mostly it's for rant and speaking kind of thing, purpose only, and for advancing my American, for sounding out some unexistent American sounds, for really my intonation that tries to emulate native speakers of English, that tends to fall along this lines of the version of English that we call American English. And I have to, I don't necessarily, I say that I have to, that I want to get to put this accent on me, this American standard accent that means having no accent at all, like standard American accent that Americans call that type of accents. Those people, they do not have any accent, the standard American accent. And as soon as I get it, I'll be all happy about it. While I'm not getting, while I'm not having this accent, excuse me, let's get going with our shits out tonight, and let's just rolling down the road, and then we will coast on that. They will shoot those, they will shoot rolling, then they will be coasting on those shits, because they will be shit rolling themselves down the road of our video shoot tonight by themselves. That's what I meant to say. I fucking said it. If you got something out of what I said, then probably I said it right, or you're a Native American and I said it. Either way, I said it. Anyway, excuse me, I said it right. And if you're not Native American and you got it, that's probably because you tend again to fall along the lines of American English. Yes, value actually more like expressions that they do not mean what it sound like phrasal verbs, actually like physical actions meaning something else in the context. And say something that you say, or something that means literally the theme that they're not those things that are not relating to the context of the situation if you do not know their meanings in the first place, but they mean actually the thing that I'm sending them out for that thing happening, for example, for that context relating to the things that I'm describing, for example, and let's say what I know, like being on the fence or whatever, or Monday morning quarterback, or whatever else you might have in your mind, or whatever, just those scenes. What else? For example, like I don't fucking know why they don't come to my mind in my mind right now, but it's pretty predominantly because what I reported you already. I'm not sleeping well those days and nights. Actually, sleep during the night time, but intra-day activities they're all filled with my beloved stuff. I'm wearing myself in the process, but that brings me joy because I learn something new. I get over that excuse me, again and again. That pulls me forward, upwards, I should say, to the place where I want to be, and I'll be there, almost there, I should say. And with your help, if you watch me, then you're helping me to develop in this process of ever going American and going my American. I'm happy. That's my not a separate activity. It's my ingrained feature that I've always had. My American spirit of going again. In English version that are not that they are not those English versions. They're not all on my mind. Only American attitude is on my mind, I should say. Because the United States of America, this is the place which is weaved with contradictions and discrepancies as for my pertaining to my regard, how I see the world of the United States of America. They have a lot of controversies and contradictions and things that are not relevant to my mind as I stem from Slavic root origin. My family tree that relates and stems from Slavic roots, or for those ethnicities that live predominantly on our territories of Slavic nations and neighborhoods, then my mind doesn't get, excuse me, all those traditions and even rights and things that Native Americans do. For example, like praying for that poor turkey that is about to die on that Thanksgiving Day. They thank that poor turkey, which is be turning dead, excuse me, in a minute, and they pray some Turkish bird gods, and they praise that turkey or those I don't know, many gods that are related to that, right? I don't get it again. But if they don't have, if they do have, excuse me, that tradition, why not again? And our pips here, they're pretty lazy, and that's the worst tradition that we have. But Americans, they're not lazy. They do what they want. They free for the major part. See, if you want to do something, you'll figure out the way to do that, and you'll be there. Here in our vicinity, if we have something on our minds, it doesn't necessarily mean that it'll be good with your idea, because there are like a lot of stumbling blocks scattered around our territories, and they block your way. They hinder you from moving forward, and this corruption again, all this lazy, meaning laziness features, they all deeply ingrained in our culture and in our deep roots of the Slavic people here, and we are lazy, I'm exclusion out of so that those rules, and probably that's why I'm happy while speaking American. So I'm not whining, I'm not sugarcoating something. I'm just telling the stuff as is, without any extra not needed fluff or around that point at all. Just my straight ideas. I'm very just straight going guys, and very open-minded as I see myself. from my personal standpoint. If you disagree with me, you may go straight to my comment section below. You're allowed to do whatever you want in that comment section of mine. So, guys, don't be shy. Don't just sit with nothing doing. Do something about your lives. Pursue the thing that you want, and that pursuit will bring you happiness in the process. Not only in the process, but the meaning, the ultimate goal of yours of getting there. That what will bring you near you to that spot, and you'll be there eventually if you persevere enough, if you're a persistent person, if you just want to be there. You'll figure out the way to do what you want. So thanks again for attending my spot, for whatever you're doing. I don't see if I can get a reason why, or subscribe probably to my channel if you've been practicing along with me, then I applaud you for doing so. Be good. I got really have a kind of activity that needed to be done. Let's see, slammed and landed my purest tender, landing my ass into the bath tube and sitting fucking there and doing fucking nothing. And it'll be good with doing your activities if they fall along the lines of your regular practice that you do, and you'll be doing those lines with pleasure if they bring you happiness the way that I reported you, probably around that point. Anyway, you get what I say. So thanks again for being with me tonight, for practicing, as you know, practicing. And again, thanks for staying tuned to my channel. So inshallah, tell that. I hope I wonder and asking to that and that. Instead of rap the shit out, let's rap the shit out. Let's see, I'm rapping this shit out and throw it away. I throw it away. It doesn't block your fucking ways anymore. Be good and happy. I don't see any fucking reasons of not being happy all the time. And practice. Only time that matters then you practice. Be that way. Don't say I'm that way. Just be that way without even saying it. It'll be there. Guys, I got it all nice. I tuned to my channel, and thanks again for attending my spot and for being with me tonight. Got it all. See you around, guys and gals. Be happy. Bye.